know, this video is not about my dog or it's not about how to go to sleep, but it is how to have a more productive sleep when it comes to building muscle. I'm going to show you how with the right supplement you can build maximum muscle while you're actually away from the gym and resting.
It's cool, young Reese.
Hey guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Here we are, wrapping up our series here. I hope you enjoyed it so far. We're in part 3. We're at the part where a lot of people will probably give up on supplementation, which is right here at nighttime, because they figure, let's focus only on what we do before our workout and after our workout. I can tell you right now that it is actually probably the most important time that you can actually supplement the right way, because this is the time when your body actually repairs itself and recovers and grows, and that is resting at night. Now, if you're a fan of the Athlean-X program, you know I've said it many, many times, rest and recovery is the key to the success of the program. Well, on this program, we also know that taking advantage of the time when we rest and recover with the right supplementation is going to help you immensely. So, we have Athlean Rx 3. Now, you can see it right here. Now, what I do is just take it right before bed. Again, we're going to show you why it's important and what's so different about it than most post-workout supplements, or well, most recovery supplements. If you look at the ingredient list, it's very bare as far as what's in there, and that's the way it should be. Guys, no fillers, no unhealthy ingredients here. We've got, I'll go through a little bit of each one, especially if you can't read it from the camera there, but we have HICA, which is something brand new and exciting, lucic acid. Glutamine, we're all familiar with that. ALA, zinc, melatonin, and casein. Now, as far as the HICA stuff goes, guys, I don't know if you're a fan of Lee Labrada at all, but they've actually put out a HICA product, and it's really an interesting compound. It's brand new. It actually has the ability to tell your body when it's starting to use its amino acids and burning them for fuel, as opposed to using them to help construct new muscle. It gives you that one line of direct communication with your own body's amino acid storage, so that it can direct it more to in an anabolic way than being burned for energy. So it's almost like being able to flip the switch on what path the metabolic usage of that amino acid is taking, whether it's going to be productive and helping you build muscle, or whether it's just going to be used. And we always want it to be used for, in this case, at night, for rebuilding and regenerating new muscle. So very exciting supplement. Glutamine, we all know about glutamine, the most abundant amino acid in the body. You want to be able to take around 10 grams a day. If you remember back in part 2, we talked about there's 5 grams in the post-workout supplement. Now we put an additional 5 grams here right at night. We know that we utilize glutamine, we burn it up as we train, so we want to be able to preserve those stores so that we can maintain those glutamine levels while we work out and utilize them there. So if we can replenish them here at night and keep those body storage levels, muscle storage topped off, we're going to be doing a good thing for us. There's 5 grams of glutamine in there. ALA is primarily used as an absorption device, a compound that actually helps us to absorb what it is we put in our body. It's like, without ALA, the majority of vitamins, the majority of things that you take into your body, if you don't utilize them, what are we doing? We're going to wind up peeing them out, right? So ALA helps us to keep most of that stuff. I like to think of it as the compounded ingredient that keeps the money in your pocket. So if you're spending however much on supplements per month, you might only be utilizing about 20 bucks worth of that, and the rest of it's going down the drain. Not with ALA. It helps to actually to preserve all of that. We put it here in also the post-workout as well, but now here at night. Zinc is a very important naturally occurring compound that we have really active in almost every single metabolic reaction. It participates in almost every single enzymatic reaction as a substrate, and what that does is it helps our hormones, to actually function the way that they're supposed to. If you have disturbances in enzymes, doesn't matter what your goal of that, so again, I don't want to get too crazy here, but whatever the goal of that reaction is, if you don't have the enzyme, the reaction can't occur. Well, if you don't have zinc, you can't really preserve the enzyme. So it's sort of this cascading effect, and you want to start with the main ingredient here, the main substrate, and that would be zinc. So you want to take that. It also has been shown to boost immunity as well, so a great supplement you can take at night. Leading right into that nighttime, melatonin. Guys, stress, working out extremely hard, which you should be with the Athlean-X program. Many things will actually disturb your natural sleep patterns, what they call the circadian rhythms. We all have seen that. You've been stressed out about an exam, or you've been stressed out about something at work, and you can't sleep. All those things will actually disturb your natural sleep pattern, but supplementation with melatonin is a natural sleep aid. So very low levels here. It's just enough to help reestablish the right rhythm, the right sleep patterns for you, so you can actually get back and maximize the amount of hours that you're actually in deep sleep at night, as opposed to kind of up and down, very shallow sleep. You're not really recovering very well. You're not feeling rested the next day. So another thing. And then finally, the main ingredient here, casein protein. All right, more than 20 grams of casein protein. What does it do? Well, we know that there are different types of protein. We discussed that in part 2. The fact of the matter is, you want to take the right protein at the right time. Casein protein that you find in reconstruction is there because it's a slow digesting protein. Now, as we discussed in part 2, you don't want to take a slow digesting protein right after your workout when your muscles are craving that replenishment. You want to take a slow digesting protein when you're going to go long stretches without eating something. So if you look at that situation, that's exactly what your post-workout is, right? You're looking at a time, your recovery, nighttime recovery, is a time where you're going to go through 7 hours, maybe 8 hours of sleep without eating anything. So you want to have a protein that can actually slowly break down, provide that sustained release throughout the night. This is when you want to take casein protein. This is why it's in RX3. Guys, as I said, this whole series here, Athlean Rx 1, 2, and 3, it's everything you need, exactly when you need it, and without all that other garbage. And you can go out there, guys, I'm telling you, there are other reputable brands. I'm not the only reputable brand, but I hope I'm a brand that you do trust. I hope you understand that at Athlean Rx and Athlean-X, everything I do is to create a program and to create a supplementation system that you can rely on to get results and to get them safely. This is what I did with Athlean Rx. Again, you can go out there and buy glutamine separately. You can go out there and buy creatine separately. You can go out there and buy whey protein. You can have your casein protein. Your bill is going to run you $400 a month, $500 a month. You might as well have a car payment, for crying out loud. With Athlean Rx, for just a little over $100, guys, I kept it as bare bones as I could in terms of the price to keep it affordable for everybody. This is what we came up with. The 3-step system, 1, 2, and 3. Everything that you need. The only other thing you could possibly need, we talked about it before, high-grade omega-3s, very important as far as aiding in muscle recovery, and a multivitamin. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this series. Again, it might be a little bit on the long side, but I know that you guys like me to actually explain things and break it down for you. I wanted to make sure you had as much of an educated, an education about this so that you can make an informed decision when it comes to you buying your supplements. Guys, we'll be back here again next week. Again, I didn't make you wait a whole week. We'll be back in the gym again this week with a new workout video for you. So until then, guys, head over to AthleanRx.com. Grab your entire 3-step program here for the best supplementation that you can invest in. RX 1, 2, and 3. I promise you, you're going to love the results.
It's cool, young Reese.